Good morning, everybody. My name is A Weapons, Mid-Lyfe Music. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Go to ldbcsports.com, register, make a profile, interact with the brothers and the sisters of the LDBC. Also, go to shopfightfan.com where you can pick up LDBC merch. And lastly, go to ticketvmedia.com. Right now, the site is down again due to the pandemic, but as soon as we're back up, you can go to ticketvmedia.com, pick up this hat, this jacket, this shirt. You can pick up LDBC merch, Ticket TV merch, A Weapons merch, and you can also pick up A Weapons music there as well. This is going to be part two of the pitfalls and valleys of the record industry. All right, so as I was saying before I left off, a record label is going to take a certain amount of money because they have to put into you. The problem is that the record labels will constantly take, and take. What they should do is just let you pay back what you owe them first. Just like any bank. Because they're making money from you. See, a bank doesn't make money from you. You know what I'm saying? A bank is there to keep your money there. You gain interest, and that way they can have money to give to loan or to do other things with. That's the only way a bank benefits from you. They don't benefit from you any other way, but the record label does. The record label benefits from you in a lot of ways. So they should not be taking interest from you. What they should just basically do is you pay back the money that you owe them. If your record sells 500, let's say if your record goes platinum, you sell your records for $10 a piece. So that's 10 million that the record label's getting. All right, and they may have spent 2 million on you. They may have given you a million in advance. Okay, so that's going to combine, and we'll just even put all the miscellaneouses in there. We'll say 3 million. After that 3 million, everything else should be a partnership. On the composition side, they should let you have that. As far as the sound recording, you go 50-50. Right? So that's 50-50 on 7 million. You should be able to go 50-50 on that. You should not be getting $600,000 just to go platinum and the record label keeps the rest of the money. That's stupid. No. You're not supposed to do that. That's less than 10% royalties. That's why that business model died. Because they were taking so much of the money. And then they would say, okay, well, you still owe this. You still owe. No, after the money that they initially put into you, no homo, and you get a certain amount of money, that should be it. You should not even have to even go through anything else. The record label should partner with you right then and there. Because they treat you as if you need them. And that's not true. They need you. The only thing that you need them for is to put your records in the store. That's all they need. Oh, that's the word I was thinking about. Distribution. I'm sorry. That's in the last video. Distribution. That's all you need them for, really, because basically once you build that name for yourself, you don't need the record label for anything else except distribution. And even now, you don't even need them for that because digital format has taken over that. And what the record label fucked up on is they thought that this was going to actually end at some point. When the artist gets a chance to keep 100% of their money, you can bet your ass one thing. The record label is not going to last long. The old 25 years ago, 30 years ago business model is not going to last. And an artist can keep all their money? It's not going to last. So the record labels did not jump on this and say, look, let's go digital because this is going to end. This is going to end. Us keeping 90% of the profit is going to end. And they just didn't believe it. In some cases, 95% of the profit. And God knows if the artist dies. If the artist dies and they have no next of kin or anything, the record label keep all that money. They keep 100%. Publishing and everything. So what happened was that once 2001, 2002 had hit, you could already see it was going to end soon. It was going to end very soon. Like it didn't end yet. The record label was still riding high on the hog, so to speak. It wasn't going to end yet. But as soon as 2004, 2005 hit, pretty much the writing was on the wall. And in 2008, it was a wrap. It was over. And you see it. There used to be 8 big dogs as far as major labels. Used to be 8. There's only 3 now. There's only 3. Universal, Sony, and Warner Brothers. That's it. Nobody else is around. And I want to say again, just to stop for a second. Rest in peace to Little Richard. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll inventor. He invented rock and roll, not Jerry Lee Lewis. Little Richard. Little Richard. Rest in peace to Betty Wright, who was one of the top R&B sirens back in the 70s and the early 80s. And then she came back again in the late 80s and early 90s. So God bless her, and God bless who I consider to be a mentor to me and a mentor to a lot of hip-hop people, Andre Harrell, who is also known as Dr. Jekyll. So Gully TV, you were absolutely right. Everything you said was absolutely right. Jekyll and Hyde was a rap group that started in Harlem. Andre Harrell was Dr. Jekyll. So you're absolutely right. He started Bad Boy. He's responsible for Mary J. Blige. He's responsible for Jodeci, Heavy D, all these other people that you see those on Uptown Records. Guy, Finesse and Sequence. I know people don't remember them, but Jeff Red, all these people. The Good Girls, but he actually got them a deal with Motown instead of Uptown Records. They were on Motown. But God bless, you know what I'm saying? My condolences to you and your family, your son, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my brother. All right, so back to what I was saying. Basically, labels thought that this was going to last forever. They were just going to make money because the price of a CD, to make the master CD, the actual plastic, making the what do you call it again? The artwork and the actual CD itself. That's the most expensive thing to make. So with all the recording costs and stuff like that, you have to add all that together. That CD costs $50,000 to make, even sometimes $100,000 to make. But once that master CD is made, guess how much all the other CDs cost? All the other copies. 25 cents. You heard me, people. It takes 25 cents to make any other CD from that master CD. 25 cents. So pretty much, if you sell 10,000 copies, the label has already made their money back. Everything else is gravy. Everything else is gravy. So can you imagine something costing 25 cents and you selling it for $20? And you selling it for $10. If you selling it for $10,000, if you selling it for $10, that's a 4,000% profit. Okay, let me repeat that to y'all. That's a 4,000% profit. If you sell it for 20, right? That is an 8,000% profit. So can you imagine a business being that lucrative? They thought it would never end. But once 2008 hit, that was it. It was over. It was over. Like all those other times, it was just writing on the wall. But once 2008 came, over. Over. And I'm going to go to the third part of my video in a second. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to basically just let that marinate for a while. You know, I actually have to do some work. I have to do some work. So, again, shout outs to the almighty LDBC, ldbcsports.com, shopfightfan.com, and ticketvmedia.com. Oh, and also go to Audiobook Box. That's all one word. It's 3 words, but it's all put together. Audiobookbox.com. And listen to the book. Was 2 books. Listen to Teddy Atlas's books. I forgot it called. Teddy Atlas. From a man to from a boy to a man, something like that. But it was a pretty good read. Well, listen rather in this case. And 50 Cent's book. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Please listen to those books. Audiobookbox.com. I'm A Weapons, Mid-Lyfe Music. Peace.